Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 5 trades. I took yesterday off as it was Thanksgiving here in Canada. So I just took the day off and back to trading using my Pro Trigger. And today's 5 trades, as you can see, they're all pound pairs. And it was based on pound weakness and trading the flow of the market. And all these trades were a great way to trade. So when you line all those things up, turns into winner winner. Love my Pro Trigger. Now as you can see down here at the bottom, 4 were winners and 1 was a loser. And of course, I do have the odd loser, not very many of them, but I decided to close the trade when I was happy. It was actually higher than this, but by the time I closed everything, I gave some pips back to the market. Okay, so let's run a check on this pound Aussie. We'll just drag and drop it up. Did go back up against me. Not a big deal because I knew that it was going to come down, and if I would have stayed in the trade a little bit longer, as you can see, I would have been making pips. But like I said, I closed out the trade when I was happy. Got in at this cursor, went against me about 26 pips, and could have made 23, but with one click of a button I closed all 5 trades out at the same time, and I lost about 4 pips on that. And those negative 4 pips, I ended up losing $471. And now you know why I always do more than one trade. If I would have just done the pound Aussie, it would not have been a good day. And that's why you have to learn not only the flow of the market, how to trade the markets, but you should do more than one trade at a time. And remember, you have to have trade management and money management in order to do that properly. So let's clean up the charts. Now remember, these trades were a great way to trade. I was trading the flow of the market and using the meter here. So let's clean up the charts. To do so, just reapply the template. Keep in mind that it was the pound weakness, and at one point it went right down to, I believe, a 3%. So well below 10%. So let's see. Clean up the cursors. Let's move on to the next pair here, which is the pound Swiss. Got in here. Took about an hour to go. And as you can see, if I would have hung on to trade a little bit longer, I could have made more pips. But as I said, with one click of the mouse, I closed out all 5 trades immediately. And this one here went against me, looks like 4 pips. And when I closed it out, I ended up with 5 pips. And 5 pips on the pound Swiss paid $748. Now just taking a closer look at this, when I pulled the trigger, this was not a great way to trade. But if I drop it down to the 5 minutes, not on this candle, but this candle right here was a great way to trade. So it was pretty close to being a great way to trade. So now let's check out this pound CAD, the next pair. Drag and drop it up. Okay, I started to see the movement, and after I checked the meter, and when I pulled the trigger, it was a great way to trade. Let's see the 15 minutes, what that looks like. Perfect right here too. So I pulled the trigger. Doesn't make any difference which time frame. It's usually 15, sometimes 5. Did go against me 9 pips. And again, I just closed out the trade being happy. Looks like with 16 pips. And 16 pips on the pound CAD paid $1,580. Okay, let's move on to the next pound pair, which is the pound New Zealand. Let's just drag and drop it up. as we can see here, when this candle basically closed, I just took the trade. It's a long candle, by the way. And down at the bottom, everything is looking perfect. So I took the trade. It did go 11 pips against me. And again, just closed it out when I was happy. Looks like with 21 pips. And 21 pips on the pound New Zealand paid $1,806. And of course, as you can see, it is another great example of a great way to trade using my Pro Trigger. So now we're working on the last pair, which is the pound dollar. Let's just again drag and drop this up. See where I got in at. This one here, it just went directly in my favor. Did not go against me. I love it when the market moves like this. Got in at this cursor, and again, on each and every one of these, I could have got a lot more pips. That's 45 pips, but I ended up with, looks like 25 pips, and 25 pips on the pound dollar paid $3,310. So trading today, total pips was 63 pips, and 63 pips paid $6,974. Another great trading day using my Pro Trigger. So if your system is not producing like my Pro Trigger, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, all you got to do is look right below this video. And you'll see this right up, the Pro Trigger system. I do charge $250 for it. Now it comes with 3.5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now it comes with 4 MT4 templates, 9 custom indicators, and of course my favorite meter. I would not trade without it, as that is what is producing successful trades on a daily basis. And you should not trade without a meter, or else you will find many losing trades. Now it comes with a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and this represents a lot of education which will help you to succeed at trading the markets. Now there's a lot of ways to trade, and that's why I teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why I gave 42 training videos, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. Now my number one way of trading, I try to trade this way every day, especially if I can find it, which I do every day, is a great way to trade, and perfect example here on the right side. Now what makes the Pro Trigger just a little bit better than all my other trigger systems is what I teach in these 5 subjects here. In each and every video, I give a lot of advanced training with a lot of tips and tricks. I teach how to get near perfect timing entries. Also teach how to stay in the trade for more pips. And also teach how to trade at the right hand edge. That's where every new trader struggles. They don't know if they should be buying or selling. So I show many trade examples right at the right edge, exactly how to trade the Pro Trigger. And of course I also teach how to trade the higher time frames. Not only looking at the AO here, which you can put on a higher time frame, but also takes only a few seconds just to check 2 or 3 higher time frames to make sure you're going in the right direction, like going with the direction of the trend. Also teach how to trade the Pro Trigger version 2. Version 1 does not have the AO in it. It's good the way it is, but version 2 is better. I also teach and show many great trade setups, so what the chart should look like just before you pull the trigger. Also teach how to back test the Pro Trigger using the built-in tester within the MT4 platform. Also teach how to scan the market, teach how to trade all 3 sessions including this London close, and also teach how to trade pullbacks and reversals. And of course when price comes back to the goal line, it's not a good example here, but if it comes back and just continues with the trend, that's just a pullback, and if it breaks through and keeps going 30, 40, 50 pips in the other direction, that's a reversal. Also teach how to trade the news, much more difficult. I recommend you learn a great way to trade first. If your number one concern is trying to make pips and money, well, it's the fastest way you're going to, shortest amount of time that you're going to get to that point. Trading a great way to trade. And I also teach how to trade with a day job. In other words, for you traders in North or South America, you don't have to quit your day job. You can either come home after work and trade the Asian time frame, or as one trader I've been talking to, he gets up about 2 or 3 hours before he has to go to work, puts in the trades, and then of course when he's at work he just monitors it on his cell phone, and when he's happy and he's got enough pips, he just closes the trades from work. And trading from the London will produce more pips than trading the New York. The Asian. Asian is the lowest number of pips, and then New York, and then London. London traditionally produces more pips. So if you have any questions, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, just send me an email. Here's my email address. Remember, there's an underscore here. Now, I do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link here. We'll have a connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, which will last about 45 minutes. Now, over the course of many years, I've been building trigger systems. And if you click on this link right here, you'll see 27 screenshots. So that just about wraps up this video. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as long as I'm talking to traders and helping traders, and I see a genuine interest, I will keep doing these videos. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, good luck with your trading, and remember, keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.